Alright guys, I'm back with my WWE Raw review for the 28th of the 11th, 2016 guys. I thought this last episode of Raw was I thought it was actually a good show. I didn't think it was bad. I thought we had a good couple of moments. I like the main event between Sasha Banks and Charlotte for the title. Thought that first title match was really good. But we start off Raw with Jericho and KO with the highlight reel. The highlight reel. So yeah, they're on the highlight reel, and basically, Jericho and KO talking about last week on Raw and how it was a plan and shit like that. And then basically, Roman Reigns comes out. Roman Reigns says that tonight he's going to challenge KO to a match, and if KO loses that match, then and Roman Reigns wins that match, then Roman is in the title match for Roadblock. And I was thinking to myself, I thought it was going to do like Roman Reigns versus Chris Jericho for the US title. That's what I heard anyway from somebody. I heard a rumor that Jericho's going to get the US strap, so that's what I thought. But apparently they're going to probably wait for that, and they're probably going to have Roman Reigns versus KO, which I think is kind of a last minute thing they're just going to throw together because WWE this time of the year, Christmas time, they're just kind of like getting lazy and shit like that, and I don't really care for it. But yeah, and then Jericho's going to put Roman on the list, and KO was like, "Shut up, Jericho." So obviously they was teasing Jericho and KO breaking up. And then you have basically another segment backstage where you had KO and Jericho backstage, and Jericho's like, "I don't know if you're really my best friend anymore because you're not really sticking up for me. You're not really helping me in matches. You're not helping me really as a best friend should." And then Foley comes up, and then Foley says that tonight Jericho can go home tonight because he's not even on Raw. He's not booked for any matches tonight. And then Foley makes the match official between KO and Roman. Then we have Cedric Alexander versus Tony Nese. I thought this was a good match. I thought it was a solid match. I thought, you know what, WWE may be learning from their mistakes and having the Cruiserweight squad second. I thought it was pretty good. Cedric goes over. Brian Kendrick was on commentary, so at Roadblock it's going to be Brian Kendrick versus Cedric for the Cruiserweight title. I don't really care about the feud though, but I think it's going to be a good match anyway. Then we get Enzo Amore versus Rusev. Rusev wins the match. I thought it was a squash match, but in my opinion, this might set up for a Enzo Amore versus Rusev match for Roadblock, and then maybe Rusev moves on to somebody else. I don't know, but yeah. And then you have a segment where Michael Cole is interviewing Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman is basically saying that he's saying that basically Brock hasn't got over the fact that Goldberg beat him and he injured Brock's ribs and stuff like that, and Heyman says that Brock's entering himself in the Royal Rumble and he's going to take out 28 other people including Goldberg. And then we get to a tag match. It was New Day defending the WWE Tag Team titles against Anderson and Gallows, and basically this was a decent match. Anderson and Gallows obviously they go for the roll up, and then Xavier counters that with the roll up himself and retains the title. So it looks like New Day are going to break Demolition's record, the record of longest reigning tag team champions. And I was fine with this. I think I don't think Anderson and Gallows are going to I don't think Anderson and Gallows are going to take the titles off the New Day, much as I would like that to happen. I think the WWE are not going to give the belts to them after that, because when they reach that landmark, the New Day, they're going to have a big team what's got loads of momentum to take the titles off. And I'm only thinking of one team right now that can really do that, and it's got to be the Revival. Put the Revival on the main roster, like before the Royal Rumble. Then at the Royal Rumble you have the Revival versus the New Day. You have the Revival go over to the new tag team champions. They get elevated because they've beaten the longest reigning tag team champions, and also that kind of teases a New Day breakup and maybe a triple threat match. That's what I talked about on the live stream with some of my subscribers the other day. Like I was telling those guys, like maybe they could have like the Revival versus the New Day at the Royal Rumble, which I think should happen. Like call those guys up and just fucking have this, because they can have an awesome matches together. And it could be, I don't know what the storyline would be and how you would start a feud, but I think, in my opinion, call the Revival up, man. They've been up there like 2 years now. Just call up, man. Like, you know. Anyway, then we had Sasha versus Charlotte. It didn't really happen really because and then count out Foley's like, we're not gonna have this. We're gonna basically restart the match later. And then we had Braun Strowman versus R-Truth in a squash match. Braun Strowman went over. And then Goldust tries to console R-Truth. And then Goldust gets attacked. Then Sami Zayn comes out. Sami Zayn gets attacked by Braun Strowman. And then and then Mick Foley comes out to get rid of Braun Strowman. Then Mick Foley says, Then Sami Zayn wants a match with Braun Strowman at Roadblock. Then the Foley gives it him and stuff like that, and actually Sami Zayn did a shoot that he did a good actual like a shoot promo where he's like, I'm sick of not getting used on Raw and stuff like that. That was a pretty good promo there. Then we got a funny segment between Cesaro and Sheamus, and they basically beat up the people in the pub and whatever. I thought it was a pretty cool segment. It keeps those guys strong, and you know, eventually they're probably gonna have these two guys as tag team champions. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna put Cesaro on Raw. Hope on SmackDown. I hope that Cesaro goes on SmackDown. Like, I hope that they can trade him for The Miz. I know I said this. I know I keep saying this, but please put Cesaro on SmackDown, guys. Like, if you're not going to use him on Raw, put him on SmackDown where he could get elevated and get more TV time and stuff like that, and get more main events under his belt. Here's a guy who's beat Randy Orton on clean. He's won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So why the hell are you not pushing this dude? This dude is super over. And Vince McMahon saying he's boring. Bullshit, Vince. The reason why you don't want to push the dude is because he's not good on the mic. Well, if that's what it is, then screw you, Vince. Because in my opinion, Vince, you're just destroying your young guys, and you have it for many years. Like, you've only pushed a handful of guys since the Attitude Era, and that's kind of sad from the WWE to only push a handful of guys, though. And the only person to blame for that is Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon. Nobody else but Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon. And this is how out of touch Vince McMahon is. If you cannot see how over Cesaro is, then he is so out of touch, man. Like, come on, Vince. You're the great Vince McMahon. You've made Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Hogan, all these other great wrestlers, and you cannot make a Cesaro a big star in the WWE. Just fucking get out of here, Vince. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Anyway, but I think when Triple H takes over of the company, I think the WWE is going to probably run a lot better than it is right now. In my opinion, you get rid of Kevin Dunn, Vince retires, and that's it. We start off clean with it. We start off fresh backstage with the WWE creative team, because Triple H has got his own ideas, and I think he's just waiting to get a taster of what he's getting tasters on SmackDown and NXT of like being backstage and being on the creative team, but once he gets that full control of the company, he's going to do some awesome things, man. But anyway, on to the main, and then we had Roman Reigns versus KO. I know I went on a bit of a rant on Vince there and Kevin Dunn. I just had to, man. KO versus Roman Reigns was next. I thought it was a really good match. This was a lot of good back and forth here. Roman Reigns hits a Superman punch from the stairs. Then that does daze KO. KO gets hit with a spear, and Roman Reigns will face KO at Roadblock. I thought, I thought this was a good match, and you know what, Roman Reigns didn't get many boosts tonight, so pretty good for Roman. Then the main event was Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. I'm not going to talk about everything in this match. So basically, they have a few candlesticks that they brought around the ring, in the crowd, in the ring, and then at the end of the match, Charlotte. Basically Sasha puts Charlotte in the bank statement from the guardrail. Yes, from the guardrail, and she's like attitude era shit like that. But Sasha Banks won the women's title, and after that, Ric Flair congratulated her. Ric Flair got an awesome pop like he should do. It's his hometown, so whatever. And yeah, that's how Raw ended. Before I finish this Raw review, guys, I am going to mention briefly there was a segment between Seth Rollins and Jericho where Jericho was going to go into his limo, but Rollins comes out and basically attacks him and pedigrees him onto this car. And speaking of that, when a brawl happens like that, why are the announcers not like excited for a brawl backstage? Like back in the day, or in the Ruthless Aggression era, like if it was JR calling this, he was like, oh my gosh, he's hitting like a government mule, man. Like he would have done something like that, but when you've got the most boring, flat commentary of a Michael Cole, and not Jerry Lawler, and Byron Saxton, and I mean Corey Graves is awesome on commentary. I've got to say it, man. I'm enjoying his commentary as a heel, man. At least he's getting these wrestlers over as heels, man. Something that JBL didn't do on Raw all these years ago. And in my opinion, you've got somebody in a Corey Graves who's awesome, right? Pretty underrated on the commentary team, but in my opinion, he's awesome, man. But in my opinion, the one guy that should be on commentary is Steve Corino. If you want a co-commentator on Raw, why did I say SmackDown? On Raw, put Steve Corino on there. Steve Corino in Ring of Honor. His commentary is fucking awesome. Him and Kevin Kelly were fucking awesome in ROH for many years, and now he's in the WWE as a trainer. Why not, Vince, put him as a fucking announcer and get rid of Michael Cole? In my opinion, Michael Cole does nothing good for the commentary team. He's no JR, he's no Steve Corino, and stuff like that. So why the hell are you keeping this dude around? Just because he says what you want him to say, but he's not getting over the wrestlers, what should be getting over, especially with the babyface and stuff like that. And that is the end of this for you guys. I know it's a bit longer than I usually do it, but I had to talk about those things as well. Break up, guys.